All right, welcome back. Suddenly, all of a sudden, we're like right into this draft. I didn't think it was gonna start. They almost started without us, and luckily that other game. Hold on. Sorry. Luckily that other game ended, and we got to be in this lobby. So CDC against Keen Gaming. This is a CDC that has been, I think, together for a while. What is it? Victoria, XM, James, 123, and Eve. And then Keen Gaming with Mushi at the 5, I believe, still. Kama, Dark, Tian, Ming, and Yi, right?
10 seconds remaining.
Unless Yi changed his name again.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe. He's not just Dash right now, and that I don't believe that says Yi or Ying, but maybe he did change his name. There was a lot of name changing in Chinese Dota recently. So yeah, we're here. Gyrocopter, Shadow Demon, Morphling, Ogre, Magi. If I sound tired, it's because I started 12 hours ago. And we made it to noon with these tiebreakers. It's midnight for these guys, so I wonder how they feel playing Dota this late and how sloppy the Dota is going to get. I mean, I can only imagine. My casting gets pretty sloppy after that long of time playing of casting, and I don't have to think nearly as much as they do. So,
Radiant team pick.
Alright, they go Skywrath.
Gaming's turn to pick.
I was going to say, it made me think that they might go Clockwork, but Clockwork picked up here for CDC. And I don't know if their mid plays...
Radiant team pick.
If their mid plays Invoker, but sometimes you see the Invoker with the Clockwork to get the Sunstrike combo. So let's check XM really quick. Check his Dota buff.
Keen Gaming's turn to battle.
No go Zeus. That's just as good. Yeah, I don't see any Invoker on him. So there's like an octave I can't hit right now with my voice. It's very frustrating. Sounds like I'm going through puberty. I'm just about to turn 27 in November.
10 seconds.
But remaining. Zeus is here. That should be your mid with your Clockwork. Meaning they need a 4 position. Unless they go 4 position Zeus, which isn't too uncommon either. But it could be Morphling safe lane. Could end up Morphling off in the mid lane. Excuse me. Clockwork definitely your off laner here. So it could be Zeus 4, which we saw with Jinkyu's new team, Ehome.
Radiant team banned.
So they ban the Dark Willow. I assume thinking that Zeus is mid. And they'll go into the 6 pick here, or 6 ban, excuse me, for CDC.
10 seconds remaining.
When these teams clashed
5 seconds
in the group stage, they split 1-1. And that was on day 1. Neither of them had played Morphling at that part. It was Gyro Mirana, but Mirana was banned in the first phase. Then Gyro was picked up by Keen. Gyro Mirana was both times for CDC, so they banned that Mirana. Get that out of there. Broodmother banned, as it should be Sand King off lane. 4 Skywrath, Shadow Demon 5. Gyro safe lane, though I've seen it go mid from time to time.
Keen Gaming's turn to pick.
And they go Venom. Hero I have not seen yet, but we did see you get banned in the previous game. So Venomancer, Zeus, Clockwork, Morphling, Ogre. That I would assume that Venomancer's core, but I don't want to assume anything just yet because I haven't seen him yet. So Storm mid, Sand King off lane, XM. So it will be a mid Veno and a James support Zeus. Victoria on the Ogre. Victoria used to play for LGD. Played for LGD at TI7 when they came in 4th, losing to Liquid. So, you know, a very big veteran of the scene here. But it should be Yi on the Storm, Dark on the Sand King. Tian Ming on that Skywrath, Kama aka Freeze, formerly of VGJ Thunder on the Gyro, and 5 position Mushi on the Shadow Demon. For CDEC, it's XM on the Veno, James on the Zeus, 1, 2, 3 on the Clockwork, Eve on the Morphling, and Victoria on the Ogre. So, let's get this going.
Prepare for battle.
I'm excited to see this Venomancer mid. And to see Yi. Because, you know, Yi was always on the cusp with Keen Gaming. And I think he was definitely who was holding together Keen for quite a bit. Ganma, KG, Shuang, Jijing. Okay, I don't know what that means. I hope I didn't say anything bad right there. They said it first. Ooh, freeze. Definitely should be careful here. Because a slow with a battery assault could mean your death. You need to be very careful. Shadow Poison coming out on 1, 2, 3. Arcane Bolt will come his way as well, but there's the battery assault with Victoria chasing, looking for the first blood. Rocket Barrage comes in, and they will take out Mushi. Although 3 stacks in the Shadow Poison and the Arcane Bolt. Oh, Salve saves them. Back over, though. XM and Victoria giving chase for a second on a freeze.
The battle begins.
And surprisingly, XM letting himself get hit like that. He does have a shared tango, but not really the best to mitigate this damage coming in from Tian Ming. So, Yi here against XM. Now finally getting that salve delivered, so using a lot of that regen. Meanwhile, Tian Ming trying to wrap around, but Victoria spots him. And a pause coming out from James. So, quick little pause, usually just a little bit of lag. That'll get unpaused very quickly, and it does here. There we go, ready to rock and roll once again. You see these Clockworks, well, I don't know if he'll go to the Rocket Flare. It really depends on how he's doing in terms of CS. Sometimes early you'll get that Rocket Flare if you're not able to get any CS, and you'll use it to get last hits. If he's in an okay spot here on 1, 2, 3, I expect him to go Cogs and then Battery Assault again. Because if you can land the Cogs with a level 2 Battery Assault and a Zeus at your side, you should be fine. Not only should you be fine, but you might be able to rack up a couple of kills. So. Here we go. Disruption coming out. Battery assault again. Gets aggressive for a moment. Meanwhile, over mid, XM taking a lot of damage, but did throw that Venomous Scale over at E, and, well, they both have to salve up.
Denied.
First to level 3 is E, as he's got 4 denies, and Venomancer only having 6 last hits. His CS is not great by any means. Actually needs to be really careful. Mushi has the disruption. James in a lot of trouble. Rocket Barrage comes in. I think he'll try to deny himself to neutrals. Oof. Freeze does get the kill, but for a second it looked really close. Almost being cheeky there. Finally, King Game and get one back. Over here, bottom, Eve just trying to farm where he can. 12 and 5. And that is up against the Sand King at 10 and 1. So Dark holding his own. Now, I'd like to see Tianming get a little bit more mobile, but I don't know if he's going to get a kill on XM. They bring James over and able to clean up that ward, and that will at least call for Mushi to come in. Venomous Scale immediately. The right click damage from XM is quite heavy, as well as, you know, the overload damage onto this Venomancer, forcing him to pop a salve. Don't have a salve here on E just yet, and he's out on the bottle, but now picks up a stack of tangos as well as a mango. Taking a look around the horn, I mean, things have been relatively quiet. Night coming out, you do have enough mana to harass this ogre continually, and trying to fill up that bottle. As Venomous Scale, and that will hit. That is going to be a decent chunk of damage. Mushi top, though, goes down to James, as well as 1, 2, 3, using that battery assault, going the 2-1-1 build. And again, the Arcane Bolt. Concussive shot, and all of a sudden Tianming gets the kill into Victoria. I'm not sure if he just wanted to get full health, full mana, and showed himself right there after the ignite. Wouldn't be too surprising, to be quite honest. So, even at 2 still, well, when you take a look at that kill, it's on the ogre, it's not a big deal. Victoria is very willing to just give up his life there, especially to get back full health, full mana. Venomous Scale now level 2 with a level 3 into the Poison Sting. You look at the amount of damage they're doing to this Storm. He's not going to be able to really lane here, and Venomancer taking over. You're starting to see why this hero is picked up in this group. Wasn't picked up in Group A at all, and it was also banned quite a bit in this group, so you might know something the other group doesn't just yet. And you take a look over at Storm, trying to clean up a stack while under this shrine. He's trying to recover quite a bit, but again, bottom Eve going down to Tianming. They've got the Burrow Strike. They get the hits in with the Arcane Bolt, and Tianming able to take out the Morphling. That's a big kill there. You know, the Ogre wasn't that much of a big deal, but when you're able to slow down this Morphling, you know, that's where you're going to start to pull away. Stun coming out. Sandstorm, Adaptive Strike. Tianming in trouble, but he's got the Silence and the Burrow Strike hitting. Now you may have come in too far. He doesn't have any mana regen to throw out another Arcane Bolt, so he'll survive. Waveform short of Tianming. Victoria doesn't get the kill. Eve okay, and the TP back from the Skywrath. Meanwhile, Gyro sitting low as they get the kill on a 1, 2, 3. Might go after James here. Doesn't really have the mana to throw the Shadow Poison continually, and only 1 stack on him, so it's not going to matter.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
James has to back all the way off. That'll give some solo experience here to 1, 2, 3. Allow him to get that level 6 and find the hook shot. So now they can start playing this a little aggressive. Not that they weren't playing aggressive before. I think their posture has been quite nice in these lanes, and the lanes have been going okay. But now you can make moves and work with the hook shot, get Venomous Gale out, and kind of play hyper aggressive on this King Gaming lineup.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So I'm waiting for them. It looked like they were going to go for a hook shot here mid. 1, 2, 3 backs off of that. They get a kill on Victoria, not a big deal, honestly. Again, Eve will survive. As we take a look top, he looks like he wants to go, but just gonna wait. He waited over mid, and he'll come all the way back just to farm. Early Veil picked up by the Sand King. TP back though from Tianming. This is stacked 3 times. This is great. They could give this to Zeus especially. I want to make sure that the gyro doesn't get it, but now he's come over and he spots it. So you want to contest this. You've got this stack that you don't want to give up to this gyro, and you do have Zeus on the other team coming over. Yeah, gyro maybe taking it away from the storm, but just securing it for him. Storm's gonna take this and recover pretty well. As I say that though, the call down comes down on 1, 2, 3. He's gonna want to bail on this. They've also got XM coming over with the Venomous Gale on Amushi. That'll be a kill. Storm still trying to secure the stack. He has Ball Lightning to escape. And taking a couple of these creeps, trying to stay as close as he can. Now XM coming in to clean it up. So Eve getting a kill on the Dark. I'm still making sure that they don't contest this stack, but actually Gyro is going to be coming over towards bottom as he is smoked up with Tianming. They've also brought the Shadow Demon down here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Smoke ends up broken. Eve will move towards top to avoid this gank.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
In about 10 minutes, we take a look at the net worth. It is Morphling, Veno, and Clock leading the way over the Gyro, Storm, and Sand King. And Storm, really trying to salvage a poor start with those stacks. XM doing a really good job of contesting them. And this is where the difference is going to be made. Oh, he'll use the ult. Also hit him up with the Poison Sting and have the Venomous Gale. Does he live through this? Yeah, he should.
Where's the party? Here I am. Over here now.
So ends up surviving. I don't know. It was on a 4-second cooldown. So he definitely didn't throw the Venomous Gale with that. He had thrown it at the stack to take that away from the Storm. And maybe that's the difference maker on getting the kill. But again, that pushes him back to base and allows you to secure the jungle where they're trying to help Storm recover.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's been really hard here for Yi overall.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, you try to open up some space, but the more you get content with farming, the more Eve is going to get out of this. He's going into the Lincolns early, which I don't know how much of a fan I am of that. Just strictly due to the fact that you usually see Morphling go offensive, and especially if they have the lead with Zeus. Gets the kill here on the Kama, or will help the Clockwork get the kill on the Kama. They use the hookshot, they use the Thunder God's Wrath, and that is James with the ulti sitting in this 4 position. And if it's anything like the Jinkyu game of Zeus, you're going for that Ags and you're trying to find just a touch of farm to feel useful, because sometimes these Zeuses miss out on a lot of farm, and they really become just more of a feeding tool. But you'll get that Ags, you'll have the Nimbus, Thunder God's Wrath, potentially for vision if you feel uncomfortable on the map, and you see that a couple of the Keen Gaming members are off the map. Top, take a look, Burrow Strike comes in, Sand King though, can't get away from it, and it's Eve who threw the Burrow Strike as he morphed into the Sand King. So you've got that control that you can just kind of take away here, or not take away, but have to yourself. And you turn into the Sand King, you've got Burrow Strike, you've got a way to gap close. It doesn't force you to use waveform. It honestly can really mess with Keen Gaming when you've got Burrow Strike and the stun from Ogre Magi, as well as, you know, being in the battery salt, as well as the cogs.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Take this tower. Eve continuing to farm. He's getting close to level 10. And actually, they've got the stun onto the Zeus, or onto the Storm, not the Zeus, with the Zeus being there. Thought they had enough damage. They won't have it, and now they lose this Clockwork. So they try to get the Storm. Dark comes over. Doesn't even use Epicenter for that. But Mystic Flare was dropped down to kill off that Clockwork. So they still have Epicenter to work with. They need to be careful if they're going to try and defend this tier 2. Only a 1,000 net worth lead. Gyrocopter, not much to his name. Waymail will be popped. They look for Dark. They've got the stun. He has Burrow Strike to make some distance, but meanwhile, they found Eve and they'll get the kill. Again, unable to escape. They have the Vortex to come through, and Skywrath doing a lot there to just throw that silence in. That's why they're looking to get that Lincolns. Yes, I know it's defensive, and I know I criticized it, you know, it'll definitely work out in the long run to keep you from getting silence from that Skywrath.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So 7-6, not the most aggressive game. Do have hook shot, and maybe we'll look to get this kill on Yi on the Storm.
Radiant's bottom tower
They just need to spot him and maybe have some follow-up. Right now, though, just control the bounty room.
Do it with flair.
Sand King's still trying to get that Blink Dagger, had that early Veil, but hasn't progressed all too well afterwards. And despite the death a moment ago, Eve still sitting top of the net worth, and XM behind him is going into a Spirit Vessel. You throw that Poison Nova out, as well as the Venomous Gale. You've got level 3 in the Poison Sting. You're going to do a lot of damage. Bottom, though, Mystic Flare comes out. They've got the hook shot, trying to turn it around. They lose James. They'll take out Dark. Can they get Tian Ming? He's running towards mid. Maybe if they had a TP towards mid, they'd be able to get him. But he's able to escape, and they end up trading a 4 for a 3, which I think CDEC will be happy with. But at the same time, the gold is a lot better, not a lot better, but almost double what they got on the side of CDEC. This game is sat pretty close for the first 18 minutes or so, or 16 minutes technically, as they go in on to the tier 1 and will take this tower. Storm sitting in the back, not full mana, would like to be there, but he does have the regen rune, so he can pop that and then go in.
I'm over here.
Meanwhile, Dark continuing to just farm. Gyro still looking for that BKB, 1100 gold off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ooh, hook shot. Stopping the TP of the Gyro. And now they've got Battery Assault. Freeze in a lot of trouble. He ends up dying. Dark, meanwhile, solo to Eve. It'll fall as well. So around the map, CDEC are able to make plays and get kills on 2 cores. I mean, that is global awareness there for CDEC. Sounds like a holiday, but in the end, it's gold for CDEC. And a couple of kills. You're taking out 2 cores. You've taken out the gyrocopter. You got the hook shot to land. You're going to be going into this pipe. I wonder what the build will be, because what we had seen before from Clockworks was like Ags and Blade Mail. Maybe a medallion, I forget. But, you know, just trying to have that hook shot available to you as often as possible. I know it's only a 40-second cooldown at level 3, but having it be 12 seconds is always very beneficial. Dark within the sandstorm. They've got a hook shot in 4, so a spot for some vision. And that is potential to hook shot in and get a kill, but it's actually to clear them away from the tower. They might go in again. They're going to push these creeps out. They've got the plague wards down. They're continuing to put the pressure on, and they can just do it again. They've got the Zeus. They can grab the vision.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So surprisingly enough, they're just getting a slow siege just with the plague wards.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Dark kind of just stays in here. But oh, again, they do spot freeze. They want to go in on this. He needs to evacuate the jungle very quickly, get to the high end of this tower and into the trees. I think if he doesn't, he might be in a little bit of trouble, but they don't have the vision to know which way he went, so they won't exactly give chase and go to a spot or be near a spot where Dire can TP to. Blind Hook comes out, not going to hit the Storm, who's trying to TP away and does so successfully.
Over here now.
Very good job by Yi there to get out of that situation, feeling the pressure coming down and dredging onto this onto the Keen Gaming side from the CDEC.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Dark with Yi trying to, or with XM trying to slow siege, they're able to get the kill eventually. And now they look over the Ogre Magi. Victoria trying to get away. The Vortex pulls him back. That'll be 2. A couple of good pickoffs there for Keen Gaming, similar to what CDEC did around the map just a couple minutes back. Having that mobility and being able to close the gap is what's going to bring them back into this game. Down with 5,000 net worth, and they need to slow down the morphing. If they could get another kill here on Eve, the top of the net worth guy, before he gets his BKB, I think they'd be quite happy with that, especially with the fact that they're getting the BKB on the Gyro in just a moment. TB's back to base to pick it up. I would have liked to see maybe Tian Ming go into the Rod of Atos. It's something that I've seen benefit the Skywrath quite a bit, to have that route available.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower.
But the Force Staff is just as important, considering they do have the Clockwork and you want to be able to force out of the cogs. That's what you do. 4 position Zeus will use the Thunder God's Wrath whenever they smoke.
Dire are scanning.
Or whenever you feel uncomfortable on the map. TP out. They're still nearby and could definitely make a move if CDEC present themselves the right way. They look over towards Roche. They actually send a rocket flare across Roche and over to the top lane. Continue to keep it pushing out. And he will move over and shift to clean up the creep wave and might leave Dark vulnerable. Meanwhile, Eve, he'll farm with 3 heroes coming over from the side of Keen Gaming if they could get the kill. Again, on Eve, they want to slow down the top of the net worth earner at the moment. Storm, he's got the Orchid. Akaya going into a BKB.
Here I am.
Right. Orchid, Storm. Had the Vortex, but a rotation coming in from CDEC. Ooh, hook shot onto Tian Ming. Off the Thunder God's Wrath. They'll get the kill here onto this Skywrath Mage.
My friends, is why metal will never die.
Zip zap.
Coming in.
Zap.
So a quick kill there, and CDC, they continue to hold this lead at 3,000. It was 5,000 a moment ago, but they've got the BKB here on Eve. Send another rocket flare over bottom. They're just trying to spot Dark and see what they can do. Continue to push up this creep wave that's pushing in thanks to the sandstorm. They'll smoke up, but not many heroes around here over towards bottom. They're actually split up quite a bit. Storm towards top as well as Dark there. And then Gyro, well, he's moving towards bottom. He might be the victim if he goes any further forward. Also got Mushi nearby. Freeze really needs to be careful. Ogre. Close with 1, 2, 3. They've got hook shot, but oh, actually he goes in on the Shadow Demon. Thought for a second he went for Gyro. Forgot that Mushi was still there, and he will end up losing his life as Eve comes in very quickly to blow him up.
Stupendous.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Go for me.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Epicenter, Burrow Strike, Ball Lightning over with the Orchid. No way out for this Clockwork, and a 3-times killing spree going the way of Yi. Zeus is being given enough space to pick up that axe. So they've got this axe, they'll have themselves the Nimbus. So James can participate from a global distance. Not that he couldn't already with the Thunder God's Wrath, but he can participate in multiple ways now with that Nimbus. Especially if he gets the levels here. He's got the extra XP gain. He'll be trying to get to that 20 to get that mini stun. He's almost level 15 too. So he's not too far away from having it. And when you finally get yourself that mini stun, and the Nimbus is worth so much. Oh, pause again. Storm, not ready. We're waiting on a little bit of Kale. We'll see how long this takes. Nobody's disconnected, so I'm not sure if it's going to even be that long. It's about to hit 1 in the morning for those guys and 1 in the afternoon for me. They've been playing all day. All day. I'm not sure what that says. As long as it doesn't say it can hear me, I'm okay. Wait here, let's go around the horn and check out what items everybody has. Oh, we're good. Never mind. We could hold that off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion.
Looking for a kill here, ball ending over with the electric vortex. Got the venomous scale coming out on Ibushi. He's trying to run away in a lot of trouble. 4 heroes around him. He's going to end up dead. They'll extend that lead, and things just not really looking good for Keen Gaming sometimes on the aggression end. So it puts them 5,000 net worth ahead. They're going to smoke up to continue to get more.
Are scanning.
They have Hookshot available. Oh, Hookshot actually misses with the waveform forward. They got the Thunder God's Wrath as well as the Nimbus. One more shot, concussive shot. Oh, Tia Ming surviving? Maybe? Trying to go north. TP. Wow. I'm shocked he survived.
Radiant's top tower
Practically
is under
one
attack.
shot from dead there. And somehow able to survive. I'm not really sure how you pull that off. But now this Storm has picked up the Bloodstone, and we'll see if maybe he could start to be the aggressor. He's been farming really well. He has done enough here
And it's off.
to keep himself back in it. But you wonder if the rest of the team can kind of help him out. Get a Gyro went first item, BKB going into the Ags next. Dark spotted by the Nimbus. Pearl Strike, hook shot comes through, does get the stun as it hit on Eve. A quick kill there on the Dark, and he's dead for 50.
Radiant's bottom tower
Behind them
is under
too
attack.
is Yi to try and maybe get one in return, but unfortunately they don't capitalize on that opportunity to maybe get someone, but I think it was the right call to back off. Meanwhile, Kama getting the bottom tier 2, or well, maybe dying. The BKB is popped, but immediately dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's very unfortunate to lose the life like that. This puts you in a really bad position. Waymail was already used. They've got the Mystic Flare. They've got the Clockwork. Whoa. A wave forward. Mushi in trouble. One more shot. Gets the kill. Dominating for Eve. They're going to really need this Storm to get to 25, in my opinion. E-Boy picked up by the Morph. And he'll go back into Roche. And look for the first Aegis. Not only did he just pick up the E-Blade, he picks up the Aegis, so he's got that second life. It's been hard enough to kill Eve at times. He's only died twice earlier on. Double damage here for Kama with that freshly minted Ags. But I just don't think now's the time to fight, unfortunately.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Look with the homing missile. Have that Lincoln's popped. Are they giving the Storm the tomes? Might, not sure. Falling in with the Vortex, gets away. They use the Mystic Flare. Burrow Strike, Force Staff back. They've got Dark in a bad stop. There's the hook shot on the 2. They ball lightning out. They've got the call down as well as the Poison Nova coming through. They'll lose the Sand King, dead for 54. No buyback. Blade Mail's been popped. They look over at 1, 2, 3 with the Rocket Barrage. The damage for the ball line. The BKB's been popped. They go for Eve, but they've got the Vortex onto the Ogre. Burrow Strike comes in because Eve is turned into the Sand King. It's morphed over. He's got that stun. No more BKB for Kama, so he could just go in. Adaptive Strike, hit, and Burrow Strike if he really wanted to, and that's what he's going to do to finish him off. Triple kill there, looking for more. Venomancer ends up dying. They've got a double on Yi, and now maybe they go after Eve. Turns into the Sand King once again. They've got the vision. They look for the Lincolns. They pop it. The E-Blade comes through. Now ball lightning with the Vortex. Mystic Flare comes in. Is it the first life gone? It is. So now, Yi, they've got the silence. They need to keep him silent so he can't get out of this one. The sun's going to wear off in just a moment. James moving in. They've got the Glimmer Cave from James. That keeps him alive. E-Blade forward. Eve, you need to be careful. Does he have buyback? He does. So it's not the worst thing if he dies again. Not enough mana for Storm to go in on this. And, well, actually behind them, they've got the Burrow Strike. They've got Dark. And this is just on the Ogre. They'll TP in Tian Ming as well as the Storm. They might be able to ball lightning in now that he's got himself full mana. But it takes a while for him to TP over the ball lightning all the way across. And it's back onto the Zeus. Hook shot from 1, 2, 3 from downtown. And that's going to push him away with the cogs. He'll back out. But meanwhile, Mystic Flare laid down on the Ogre. Ball lightning again. They get themselves the kill. He's been silenced up, nowhere to go. Dark needs to get out of this. Rocket Flare, Yules. And somehow, I feel like King Gaming do a very good job of holding it together. Like, it didn't look too pretty. It cost them a lot of buybacks. But at the end of the day, kind of worth it. Some value. It's like when you open a pack of Magic cards, you get a full. Some value.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But yeah, Storm desperately needs that 25, and he's about to get it. That's a big game changer right there. Gyro, meanwhile, look how underleveled he is. What is the difference in XP? It's got to be huge. I mean, Gyro was safe lane. Morph was safe lane. And then Veno, yeah, it's a lot. The difference is in the off lane, too. That's why he's not even bigger.
Incoming.
I wonder if Mushi has fun in 5 position.
Dire's top shrine is under attack. Dire's top shrine has fallen.
So there goes that top shrine. Roche up in maybe 4.
Hurry the hands of the clock. And it's off.
I would assume Ags is next year on the Clockwork. You've got 25 on the Storm as well as BKB. 10-second BKB, so we saw how much Keen can get done here with the Storm. Now with the BKB, maybe it's even more.
Puddin' pop.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack. Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Where's the party? Zap.
Spawning all over the place. Find these bounty runes. Each one worth about 550 gold.
Not what you expected.
Clockwork. Tian Ming on the run, surrounded. He didn't buy back in the previous fight, so he does have buyback still. Giving up his life there.
Homing in.
CDEC looking to potentially finish this game. Let's go back. Oh, we did have buybacks open. Just gyro clock and sky. Oh, E-Blade. Freeze. Where's the call down? Nobody was following. Meanwhile, Zeus just trying to protect over top with Yi here. Trying to take the tower. It is almost dead. And Zeus, if he shows himself, might just die. Because they'll have the Orchid and he can jump on him. So you need to be very careful. Figure out whether or not you want to try and trade for this tier 2. It's better off to try probably just keep your life. Frustrating. Voice problems are frustrating. Shadow Demon coming back. Got the call down. Ball lightning with the BKB. They've got the Vortex. Mystic Flare not going to work. They've got the Epicenter as well as the hookshot coming through. They're going to lose this Sand King. He gets low really quickly. BKB about to run out on the Storm. He needs to get back to the high ground. Doesn't have the mana for it. Oh, that was almost a huge problem. But they kill XM and kind of deny CDEC the high ground siege. Still a 12,000 net worth lead, but again, going up against this Storm, I mean, life does get very difficult. They've got the Nimbus with the mini stun. Oh my! That could just be it. That might very well just be it. They blew him up. James literally blew him up with the help of that E-Blade. 2 minutes. Gone. Just gone. Buyback in a minute 23. He's dead for a minute 30, so a buyback in just a second. They've got the hookshot. The Nimbus comes down. Mail is popped. They've got the Veil on top of the Clockwork, but again, they just do not have the Storm with them. A big bulk of their damage. Mystic Flare, 4 step away. Pearl Strike back to the high ground, turns into the Sand King. Pearl Strikes back. There's the Thunder God's Wrath. They've got themselves the Ignite. That's going to hit on both the Sand King as well as the Skywrath Mage. They get the kill. He does have buyback available. Arcane Bolt will actually go to the Skywrath because he bought back in time. So he starts it out, and as it was bouncing to his corpse, will come to him as he's alive after buying back. Take the tier 3 tower. 55 seconds still till the Storm is up. Take the tier 3, they'll look for the racks. They're going to have one more shot at this on the side of Keen, getting to kind of hold. Pink Pearl Strike, hook shot really deep with the Nimbus nearby. The Kama's going to pop the BKB. They look over the Sand King. Dark's going to lose his life. He's going to be dead for 90. Lotus Orb popped on 1, 2, 3. They've also got the BKB popped on Eve, continuing to go for this Rax. He's in his own Sandstorm. Bottom and mid are now both gone. once again, Storm up in 7. He'll have buyback, so he's got 2 lives for this defense, or potential defense. Lincoln's pop burrow strike, turning it around, looks for Mushi, will get the kill, but now look at the damage they're taking out on Eve. Turns back into the Sand King, back to full health, back to half health now, as they really can't do much of anything as they go against Mega Creeps. Gamma doesn't have his BKB for 22 seconds, that means he's dead. It's 2 against the world, and I just don't think it's going to be done here for Team Gaming. Ball lightning back and forth, and Gigi's going to be called by Mushi. CDEC, well, they secure 3rd place, or 4th place, which means they go to the minor qualifier, potentially. So they'll play up against Look for Smile, and King Gaming missed the major minor completely. So as the day ends, as we hit 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I mean, we started at midnight. It has been a long night. 29-16 in favor of CDC. They end up moving on to the 4th place game against Look for Smile. And the winner of that goes to the minor qualifier. So a chance here still for CDC. Unfortunately, the road ends here for Keen Gaming, a team that had shown up quite a bit in the previous season. Never really had anything going. The lead was always CDC's. It was their game to lose, and that is it. Chinese qualifiers, playoffs are in 11 hours. I get to go to bed for maybe 8. I gotta fix my voice before tomorrow's 3 best of 3s, so that'll be another 12 hours. And I'm ready to go. I'm happy to do it. I love Chinese Dota. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that I sound like I'm dying. My voice went at like hour 8, and it's really bad right now. I'm going to try and fix it, drink a lot of tea, hydrate myself continually, sleep it off. I'm going to try. I don't know, guys. It kind of sucks. So we'll be back tomorrow/today. I mean, it depends where you live. And thank you so much for watching. I'm BCop your caster at BCop92 on Twitter. Follow me to know when I'm casting. Help me get that verification. And if you liked what you heard, let organizers know. I mean, maybe not this part. The voice sucks right now. But I appreciate you guys coming to watch me. It means a lot. I need to fix this. Thank you so much. Good night.